Right, thank you so much. My name is Dehonga. I hope you're doing well. Kindly subscribe to my channel. My topic today is on understanding graphs. Just understanding graphs. Now we're going to do very simple illustrations and see how this plays out. Now, allow me to bring my graph here. Let me begin with drawing a simple equation of x equals to 1. How will that graph look like? In other words, what we are saying, we are looking for a graph such that the value of x is 1. If you look at this graph, the value of x is a vertical straight line, as you see. Any point along this vertical line, the value of x is 1. Any point along this, the value of x is 1. Okay, suppose I said the value of x is 4. It's 4. So how would you expect the line to shift towards? It will shift so that every point along the x value of 4 will equate that line. So that's what we say. The value of x will be any point along this value. Suppose the value of x is -2. So if it is -2, then we expect the same line that it will shift towards this. Any point along this is -2. So we are saying that will be the value. And you can do similarly to many other values. For example, -5. And you can see that this number will move. That any point along this -5, where the value of x is -5, then that would be x equals to -5. Now let's change a bit and say now it is y, and so allow me to suppose the value of x or y. You see, we are saying f is a function of x. So if f is a function of x, is the same as y, and this is the same as 2, how would it look like? What we are simply saying here is that we are looking for values such that the value of y is 2. If this is the y-axis, then anything along that y, then we are saying the value of y is 2. If I change this and say it is 5, then it will move also up. You are seeing the value of 5. Any point along a horizontal line where y is 5, here y is 5. So if I took, for example, points, see, if this is a point, I take another point here, take another point here, I take another point here, I take another point here. The value of y, this is y for your information, the value of y will be 5. Now let me change this and say I'm looking for the value of y, which is -2. Again, you see this has shifted. Sorry for that. These are shifted, and so we are saying that any point along this point, for example this point, along this point, along that point, along that point, the value of y will be 2. and so the horizontal line has a constant value of y of 2. The second bit I want us to understand about graphs is the fact that we can say, let's make it a straight line equation. So you have got, for example, 2x plus 5. How would that line look like? You can see, if I try to minimize this again, that in this equation the value, let me first delete this, delete all these values, let me delete these so that I have a clean graph. I think now this is a clean graph. So you can see here this equation is 2x plus 5. So this is 2x plus 5. And if you have got 2x plus 5, then we are saying that the y-intercept, the constant c, is a 5, and the gradient is change in y over change in x. So if you have change in y over change in x, this is 5 over, this point here is 2.5. So this over this will be 2. That's what we're saying is this equation of a straight line. Suppose I wanted to see the impact of changing the value of the constant. So let me add another value to f of x equals to 2x plus, let me add plus 10. How will this graph change? We do expect that it will change by the constant. The y-intercept will change by that constant 10, so at 10. So if I did this, so you can see that the gradient does not change, but the intercept changes from originally 5 to 10. If I further reduce this 2x minus 5, how will this graph change? I introduce 2x minus 5. As you can see that you've introduced another line, that 2x minus 5, then the y-intercept becomes negative 5. What do we mean? We are saying that this line and this line are parallel. In other words, the gradient of this line and the gradient of this line is constant because of the value mx, which is 2. We can further still look at that and say it is 2x minus 10. See, so it's the same line, but the gradient keeps on dropping and now the value, the y-intercept has reduced to -10. What can we say in summary? In summary, if you have got an equation, equation of a straight line, say y equals to 2x plus 10, then 10 becomes the y-intercept. If you have got another equation, 2 minus 5, then -5 becomes the y point of y-intercept. And if you have another one, -10, then it is this point D that becomes the y-intercept. We can relax now and come and join later. Thank you for tuning into this lesson.